Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Football Manager channel, Ep1. My name's Webby. Today we'll be taking over York City, taking them from the bottom of the conference right the way through to the top of the Premier League. This series will be showcasing my transfers, my tactics and thought processes as we go through the leagues. Hopefully you stick around and enjoy the video. When you first start a new save in Football Manager 20, you'll be asked to select your stats. Now, this is an aspect of the game I think they really need to look into, to be honest. But we've chosen our stats based on York, our badges based on York, and as we progress through the seasons, I'll be taking my badges and hopefully progressing these stats as we go. I've taken my main stats as tactical, mental, technical, and working with youngsters, and then again suggested badge based on York. I've gone with motivating, level of discipline, and man management. These ones here don't really matter. You can always get coaches that specify in these areas, so you can get fitness coaches, district goalkeeping coaches, which handle all this stuff. So that's why I've selected them at 1. With adaptability, I've selected at 1 because I don't intend to leave York during this save. So here we are then, the club have confirmed my contract, getting paid 1k a week. As I say, that will go up as we go through the seasons. Bootham Crescent is our home ground for York, and York today have confirmed the hiring of Ep1 as the new club manager. FM lacks the attention, the reputation as a title specialist, which given the club's current ambitions creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to challenge for major honours. We will see, FM, we will see. So here we are then, Bootham Crescent, capacity of 9,196, which is good enough for the next couple of divisions at the very least. Wigington Road is our training ground. We'll have a good look at that as we get into the save, but we've got good training facilities, below average youth facilities, which I need to look at. That's a priority for me, and basic youth recruitment. I will, of course, be requesting those get improved as we go up through the leagues. Media prediction is finished first, and yeah, let's move on. So here are the board's visions for the future of the club. It tends to be that they give you a sort of year, your sort of vision for the year, and then these ones a little later on are left kind of in limbo a little bit. But they want to win the Vanarama North by winning the league, which is obviously what I want to do as well. They want to reach the FA Cup first round as a minimum, and the FA Trophy third round as a minimum as well. And then at the end of the season, we'll be hopefully signing a new contract. Next season, once we're up, they want us just to remain in the Vanarama National League, which is again exactly what I want to do. So that seems fine. Here we are then on the staff screen of York City. There is a heck of a lot of work to do here. I like to normally have the best training staff available and the best scouts in the division. So we've got a lot of work to do here. Let's just have a look at our assistant manager for a sec. We've got Mickey Cummings as our assistant manager. Yeah, you can see here, judging player ability and potential, just absolutely garbage. Man management of 10 is not too bad, but motivating of 9. So if we can get an improvement to our staff members, I'll be very happy. We've got Dan Wilson here is the youth guy, head of youth development. Working with youngsters is 13, not too bad, and again, not too bad for playing ability and potential. So judging player ability and potential. So we may keep him on the books. We've got a goalkeeping coach, and that is it. So we certainly need a fitness staff and perhaps a defensive coach as well. I'll be requesting to the board that they increase the number of coaches we have available shortly. There is, however, better news in terms of our finances from where it was before. We've got Ben Godfrey here, who's a name you guys might recognise if you follow Premier League football. He was sold to Norwich and is a big part of their team. You can see he's got a value here of 16.25 million. Now, I've had it in a couple of saves where Norwich where Norwich have gone down and somebody goes in, another Premier League team goes in and buys him. So we get 10% of his next transfer fee, of a future transfer fee, which would be really useful. And after another 17 league appearances that Ben makes, will be worth 250k. For us, so that really should help our finances out. So I'm not too worried actually on the finances front. We should be able to bring in enough players to help us progress. So here you can see our friendlies, our schedule here in the column there. You can see our friendlies for the pre-season. I will come back to you for Alfreton and Farsley, and I'll come back to you around about here. Hopefully we'll have all of our transfers done for the season, and I'll be able to take you through those shortly. So see you shortly. Hello guys, welcome back. So it's been a bit of a tricky summer transfer window, I must say. Basically, when I tried to sell a few of the players, everybody started kicking up a fuss, and there was a bit of a dressing room bust up as such. So this guy in particular, Wes York, really annoyed me. Every time I tried to sell a player or whatever, he started complaining, and there were 4 or 5 others in the dressing room who seemed to agree with him, and basically down tools. And so I ended up selling him on a free. This is he. Sold on a free. Not a bad player, but by no means a player that I want to keep around in the long term. Let's go back and take a look at the out. So Paddy McLaughlin left. That was what caused the issue in the first place, to be fair. I needed the money, essentially. I had so many targets in mind over the summer that I was going for. I unfortunately missed out on a fair few of them. There just weren't the finances available for wage demands, but we did get a few of them, which I'll take you through shortly. So Paddy McLaughlin's gone, and Moke is what I think he's all right for this level. He's only a 2.5 star current ability player, 29 years old. I didn't really see any resale value in him either, so he's on his way out. So these ones before were ones which were arranged previously before I arrived at the club. So Moke, McLaughlin and Wes York all left the club. Now, in terms of ins, again, these ones from Harry Spratt, I think, backwards, maybe no, actually Joshua King backwards, were all brought in by the club previously. If we look at my signings, they're all here. So Ben Kemmis was my number 1 target for central midfield. I think he's a really excellent player, like properly good player who can probably do a job in League 2 or League 1 for us, certainly. He's a 4-star current ability player, potential ability of 4.5 star judged by my scouts, and he's already got a value of 77k, so you can see why I was desperate to bring him in. That wage is pretty horrendous for the level we're at. I really wanted to try and get that down, but he wasn't having any of it, unfortunately. But a really good player for a deep lying playmaker position, which we'll be playing him in our 4-4-2 system. Moving on, Pietro Romano. I've had this guy before in a previous save of mine. I think he's actually better than the star ratings reflect here. 3-star current ability player, potential 4-star player, but he's got attributes in every single area that I like. So he's got tackling, great marking, good heading, good physicals for his age, because he's only 19 years old, and really good mentals as well. So I can certainly see him being in the starting lineup from the word go, really. £550 a week, not too bad in terms of his wages either. Moving on again, we've got Jordan Cox. Now, I'm really happy to get this guy in. I've had him before in a sort of non-league to Premier League save, and he was absolutely amazing, like literally scoring sort of 10 to 20 goals a season all the way up to the Championship and getting assists for days. So really great player. We'll be playing him, I think, on the right wing. That's where I'm training him for in his development. He's a 4.5-star current ability player, 5-star potential ability player, and I've seen him just literally take off. He's already worth 150k. Bought him in on a free. Again, Luca Navarro is another player that I've had previously in previous saves. I got Luca because I missed out on my number one target, which was Thomas. I'll show you Thomas in a minute, but he's not a bad replacement at all. I think he's got everything you need really at this level of the game. He's 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, valued now after his free transfer in at 110k on wages of 1k a week, and he's only 19 as well, so he's got a really good resale value I think on that player. Muscat again is another one of my favourite lower league signings. I think he's really ace, this guy. Really good left back. Current ability 4-star, potential ability 5-star player. Just generally got the stats in everywhere, or the attributes I should say, everywhere you would want them really, I think. So that's Muscat there, 63k valued at now. Moving on, Milan Bars. I've had him again before in a previous save of mine. An excellent winger. I'll be retraining him for the left-hand side because you can see his left foot is strong over on the left. He's got pace, bags and bags of pace, good technicals, and okay-ish mentals. We'll be seeing if we can work on that as we go through the seasons. Our next player that we bought in, our final player so far this summer transfer window, is Romario Vieira. I really like this guy. I needed a box-to-box midfielder, which is the role he'll be playing for us. I think he can improve a lot on his technical abilities here. That's not so great, but I really like his mentals, his aggression, his bravery, work rate, teamwork, all really high for this level, as well as some good physicals. He's a 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability player. So really good player. This is the tactic that we'll be slotting them all into. So here you can see basically a player that we had, I think, in our youth system, coming through our youth system, Alex Kempster here. He's been bagging them in for fun in the friendly, so I think he's a really ace player to have around. 3-star current ability player, 3.5-star potential ability player, but I think that's a little bit better. He can play anywhere on the left or up front, and I'm going to be playing him up front with Navarro, I think, but we will see how that develops. Ben Chemis and Vieira in the middle. Now at the back again, I'm really not sure about McNulty here. He's a little bit old, getting on a bit, bless him, but he's got really good heading, tackling, leadership. He's the leader of the squad there as well. So I'll keep him around, I think, for this season, and we'll see what develops. I think his contract is running out at the end of the season. I'm not sure if we'll renew. Muscat at left back, Dyer at right back, and then Jameson in goal. In terms of the squad depth, let's have a look again. So in terms of the squad depth here, you can see our squad depth. I'm really looking for another right winger in case Jordan gets injured. I've seen before him get injury prone, unfortunately. So he does have that in him to get a long-term injury. So I'm looking at replacements. I'll show you those in a minute. And there's our back line there. Again, I'd like maybe a 4-star ability defender, and maybe a better goalie as well. But the wage budgets are absolutely stretched to the max at the moment. So in terms of players we're looking to perhaps bring in, you can see I missed out on Isaac Butley Richards. Real shame that he went off to, where did he go? He went to Crewe in the end. Actually, he's still available on a free. Wonder if no, he refused my contract negotiations. I think he wants like 1.5k a week, which I can't really afford, unfortunately. This is the other guy we're looking into. I think this guy is really outstanding. I think he's got a lot of potential as a winger here, so I'm going to approach to sign him. I don't particularly want him as a star player, though. I'll put him down to regular starter. Suggest promises. Oh dear, I think he's going to refuse. He wants quite high wages there as well, by the looks of things. So, important player, finalise promises, negotiate contract. This is the problem I've been having all summer. These wage demands are just way too high for our level. So we'll see if we can finagle this a little bit, give him a bit more of an appearance fee, goal bonus perhaps. I'm not quite sure I like these. They've all got these in there, so we'll have to negotiate those out of their contracts when they come to renew. But bearing in mind they're free transfers, there's a lot of upsell value in these deals as well. Yeah, unfortunately, I thought that was the case, so we'll pop that up a bit again. Bit more appearance fee, goal bonus, team of the year bonus. You can certainly have that if you want, mate. I'll give you 5k for team of the year. Suggest terms. No. Let's see if we've got any wiggle room at all in the budgets. No, nothing there at all. So let's just see if we can max this out to give him like, I don't know, 7.5k, and then appearance fee of that, goal bonus of that, team of the year bonus. We'll up that again. Come on. Suggest terms. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think this is going to work. It just wants too much money. Let's have a look. So we can max out that. We can give him a bit more bonus, goal bonus. Fingers crossed. Oh, finally. So he accepts. So yeah, that's the kind of difficulty I've been having all summer. Their demands for these top end players for this level are just so extreme, I think. But anyway, so we've got our another right winger incoming, so I'll be looking to see if we can get any more players after that. I'm not holding my my hopes up too much on that front. In terms of the staff, what I've been doing this summer, I've just tried to basically isolate any weakness we've had in our training and improve the staff as much as I can. I requested more coaching staff because I think we only had like 4 or something at the start, and they'd given me an extra 1 or even 2 coaching staff. So I've tried to go through and just get better basically than what we had. It's still not great. I'd still like to be maxed out on all of these if I can, but certainly I'm really pleased with getting our scouting network up and running, which has been really helpful as we've gone through the summer transfers as well. So, we're going to be moving on now to the Alfreton game. We're going to be playing one game because this video has been going on quite a bit as the introduction to the series. We're going to be playing the Alfreton game here in the Vanarama North, and we shall be playing that next. So here we go then, guys. This is the first commentary episode, first commentary match, going for York versus Alfreton. As I say, this is my first ever YouTube series, so hopefully you bear with me. I hope I don't mess things up too badly. I'm going to play Bars over on the left hand side there, give him some training in that position. Let's have a look at the bench here. I like Kieran Green in the middle, so we'll put Joshua King out of the squad. I like Burrow up top, even though he's in a bad mood because of the sales that have gone on this summer, but he'll get over that, I'm sure. David Ferguson, yeah, you're a versatile player who can play on the left or at left back, so I'm happy to have you on the bench. Now, sometimes what I like to do, especially at this level, is not have a reserve keeper. In fact, I think I'm going to do that this time round, so we'll take Andy Bond in the middle in case Vieira or Ben Camis get a knock on there. So yeah, I like this player. He's very experienced I actually tried to another player I tried to get rid of because of his wages there, but they weren't having any of it. So we will see what we will see. So this is the team then for the first game against Alfreton. We've got Jameson in goal. We've got Muscat at wing back over on the left. In fact, I'm wondering if I should just change that to full back on attack. Yeah, I think so. I think I prefer that role. And again with you, right back, we've got McNulty and Romano in the middle. We've got Bars over on the left, Cox on the right, Ben Camis and Vieira. I'm very, very happy with this midfield. We've got Navarro and Kempster up front. So here we go, guys. So here we are back again, 20th minute, York City 1, Alfreton Town 0, Milan Bars on the 21st minute, Ryan Qatar booked and Milan Bars also booked there. Good ratings from the lads here, I'm really pleased so far with. And Ben Camis picks up the ball in the deep lying playmaker role, charging through over on the left hand side here, cuts it in, does he? And Cox again, and Navarro. Oh, excellent play from York. Really pleasing stuff here in the first half. Corner from Cox, in it goes. McNulty nods down, but no joy there. So it's going quite nicely, I think, here at York versus Alfreton, into the 33rd minute now. And the time's ticking down. I'm really pleased so far with this result. It's nice to see when all your work in the summer pays off. Muscat tipped over by Atkinson there over the bar. It's really nice to see in the summer when all your work pays off and your new signings start playing well for you. Here's Navarro, here's Ben Camis, here's Vieira, Cox again, Romano, and in, and Bars, Kempster, Bars, Ben Camis, somebody. Muscat chases it down. It's a corner, I think. Yep, it's a corner kick. And Cox plays it in. And Romano, Dyer back into the box. Dyer again. Cox over the bar. Really pleasing stuff from the lads here. I'm exceptionally pleased with the new signings. And that will be the half-time whistle. So, like I say, very pleased with that first half. 1-0 to York, but anything can happen, so we can't get too carried away here. So I'm going to tell them I'm pleased with how things are going, keep it up. Yep, that is true. And everybody looks delighted with that, so we'll leave that. We don't need to do any further team talk, so hand over to the assistant, end team talk, and then start the second half. Here we go in the second half, hoping for an early goal to settle the nerves down here, if we can. But again, like I say, I'm quite pleased with how things are going. So it's the 56. I normally like to make my changes right about on the 68th minute, so we'll wait for that to go down there. So it's somebody picked up a knock. Ben Tomlinson is an accomplished crosser of the ball. Yeah, we will close him down, like the assistant says there. And there we go. It's the 69th minute, so I'm going to be making a change here. Let me have a look. So I think we're going to take Vieira off for Bond, possibly, box to box, and then we'll take Ferguson off for Bars as well, because Bars is on the yellow. We want to keep him nice and fresh if we can. So here we go. So into the 70th, and I hope we're not going to get a reply from Alfreton. I'm going to demand more from our players. Demand more, and that's focused them up. After the feedback. So here we go. Here's a throw in from Dyer, Navarro, Bond, Dyer, Bond. Loses out. Clark on the counter attack. Alfreton springing forwards. Don't do this to me, FM. Wild, Lynch, Branson, East. I've had East before. He's a good player, that East guy. East kid. Ben Camis. Okay. Guys, what you doing? Morgan Smith fires them in the 88th minute, so we've got to do something about this if we can. So we're going to go into demand more. We're going to go into tactics here. We're going to go and bring on Burrows for Kempster, I think. Hang on. Kempster's on a 6.5. Yeah, we'll bring Burrow on for Kempster. And it's time's running down, 93rd, and we are done. So that's an incredibly... I'm really, really disappointed with that. I suppose it could be worse, definitely, but I'm really disappointed with the 1-1 and the single point there. But onwards and upwards. Let's have a look at the fixture list. Bear with me. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that first commentary of the series. I think what I'm going to do now is play a chunk of the season, probably up to the Kidderminster game, so September. So we'll play through all the whole of August and we'll come back to you Kidderminster. I'd like to get some form and momentum going. I think form and momentum is so important in Football Manager. So yeah, if you come back to us next episode in September for Kidderminster and maybe even the Bradford, we might do a double live com as well. So thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my very first YouTube video. I hope you stick around, and if you really enjoyed it, do me a big favour and thumbs up on the bottom right hand side there, thumb up the video and subscribe as well. Many thanks. Okay, so there was apparently a mess up with the recording earlier of the very first game of the season, so I only recorded half of that game. So bonus commentary here for you. We've got Farsley versus York, so we're away from home at Farsley's ground. So the starting lineup, I'm going to start with the same lineup that I started the previous match that didn't record properly. So we're going Muscat and McNulty, Romano, Dyer, Jameson in goal, Bars over on the left, Ben Kemis, Vieira, Cox, Kempster and Navarro. On the bench, same bench, Bond, Green, David Ferguson, Burrow and Harry Spratt in the 5th spot. Here we go. So like I say, this is my first ever live come on a YouTube series, so hopefully you enjoy the episode, guys and girls, and if you have, please hit the like, comment and subscribe button down below. So I'm going to hand this over to my assistant. I'm going to do the good old I have faith in you, go out there and make a difference. Let's see, here we go. I have faith in you. So an okay team talk there, fairly decent result, so let's kick things off. So here we are, York versus Farsley, and the teams are lining up there, and off we go. So Cox with the in-swinging corner, Romano, Dyer picks it up over on the right hand side, Vieira chases back to get the ball, plays it over to the left hand side to Bars, and Bars misses out. Kemis picks it up again, Jameson all the way at the back, Jameson plays it to Romano through the middle, Ben Kemis, Vieira, Kempster's in. So goal by Navarro, first goal of the new save for us there. So Navarro proving his worth, repaying the faith that I put in him in the summer transfer window, and getting a goal on his second appearance. So Kempster with a shot there, and Navarro with a poacher's finish almost. So that's pleasing stuff. 1-0 to York on the day. So Kempster scores. Kempster in. Kempster goal, number 2 for York there. Really brilliant goal. Really pleased with how things are going for the second recording here. So half time here at Farsley. York 3. Farsley 0. Let's go to the dressing room to give the team talk. I'm really sorry that I think I've messed up a couple of these commentaries here. I think it's going to take a while for me to get used to the recording. Hopefully I don't have to go back and record all the episodes again, all the pre-season stuff again. So bear with me. Hopefully it's going to look okay when I get to editing this. So here at the Team Talk, I'm going to say that I'm very happy with the way things are going and to keep it up. Really good result from the Team Talk. They're handed over to the assistant for the final part and then start up the second half. So it's York 3, Farsley 0. And Parkin has the ball there for Farsley. They're looking to come out of the half time there, out of the traps. Romano back to Jameson. Through to Ben Cummings, picking up in the deep line playmaker role. Out to Bars over on the left. He was a bit quiet, I thought, in the first half. He scored in the opening match of the season. Atkinson takes the ball. Atkinson, Spencer, Atkinson through. Jameson. What are you doing there, Jameson? Goodness me, that is poor keeping. Let's have a look at this again. So Atkinson springs through, plays a nice 1-2 here with Spencer. I think that's McNulty who loses him. Yep, it is. And then Jameson needs to do better there from the resulting play. So let's keep going here. So it's still 3-1 to York City here at the Throstle Nest in Pudsley. Attendance of 725 people come here. I love the lower leagues sometimes. You get some funny numbers come up. Navarro to Muscat again. He was again we've been a bit quiet, I think, over on the left hand side. That is a mistake there. And it's a ball over the top to Cartman. Eric Cartman is through. Eric Cartman misses. And Jameson almost messes up again there. He's looked really shaky. I think I might need to do something about that. There are a couple of free keepers that I'm looking into to see maybe if I should pick them up for free. So Dyer with the throw-in. Kempster. Oh, I thought Kempster had scored there to put the game to bed. It's the 75th minute. Cox through to Vieira to Kempster. Kempster scores. It's 4-1. Kempster's had a really excellent game. I'm really pleased with how he's doing. So let's make a sub here. We'll bring on Barrow for Navarro. We'll bring on Ferguson for Bars, just to help out Muscat at the back here. And I think we'll leave it as is. So confirm the subs. And Dyer picks over at right back there, picks up the ball, plays it back to Romano. Barrow picks it up. First touch since he's come on, not a great touch. Spencer plays it and was picked out by a York City player. Ferguson here again, taken out by Richards through to Cartman. Eric Cartman goes through and scores. Too easy, much too easy there for them. McNulty again lost his man. So I really do think that maybe centre back and goalkeeper are something that I need to look into for the summer. Let's skip that. I don't want to watch that rubbish again. Thank you very much. So it's the 80th minute. So I'm going to make my final change of the game. I think I'm going to bring Brond on in box-to-box midfielder for Vieira there. So confirm that. So yes, please. So Richards to Atkinson. Sayers to Hayhurst to Walton. Hayhurst again. Cox takes him out, and again, well done Cox, well in there. Over the top to Burrow. Burrow brings the ball down very nicely indeed. Hits it, saved by Barnes in the Farsley goal. So we're coming up. We've got 5 minutes of additional time here. Hopefully they're not going to score. Yep, there we go. The clock runs out, referee blows his whistle, and that is the end there. So I'm pleased with that result. So there we have it, everybody. Our opening 2 games of the season are now completed. It was a 1-1 draw with Alfreton at home, and then a 4-2 away victory against Farsley. I'm going to be playing these offline now, so I'm going to be playing from Kettering probably all the way up to Leamington or Kidderminster, I think. I'll come back to you around September time and give you updates of how things are going. I think we'll do a live com of Brayford or Blythe, but I'd like to get some momentum and form and sort of team cohesion going through the season before we come back to you first. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, apologies for the mess up in the first live commentary. I might just take that whole match out of the video altogether. I might well go back and re-edit the whole thing, to be honest, because I've got to save earlier on in the summer there, so that might not be too big of an issue. But if you have enjoyed this episode, this very first episode of York City Save, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Many thanks.